Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Crafts for Everyone. It's just me today, Sarah, and this is Denver Parks and Recreation's online virtual programming. And today's activity, we're going to go ahead and be painting garden rocks. Now, I know this might seem like kind of a silly or an easy craft, but this is a really great way for your whole family to get together, find some rocks, collect them, and we can decorate them in a bunch of different ways, which I'm going to show you today. And they're just really great for putting outside your doorstep. If you happen to have a garden, if you have a patio or a balcony, it just really adds a lot of charm and flair, and it's something that your children can contribute with you to making the house better, making the home better. So it's a really fun way to all get together. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about 5 different ways you can paint rocks, just using 5 different resources that you more than likely have at home, okay? So the first thing I wanted to show you is nail polish. So if you happen to have nail polish in your home, you can use them to decorate your rocks. So I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So I'm going to have this bucket of water here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and take some nail polish, it's just water, nothing else. And I'm going to go ahead and pour some nail polish on there. Now the nail polish will float above the water, okay? I'm going to do another color. I'm doing just blue and green here, 2 colors for an example. Honestly, you can do as many colors as you want. Okay, so I'll try to show you from this angle, but I've kind of made a little bit of a zigzag pattern here. So if you kind of look, you can see all these colors floating on top. And what I'm going to do is, it's getting nice and wide. I'll use this big rock actually. I'm just going to go ahead. I would recommend wearing gloves if you don't want to get nail polish all over you. I'm just going to dunk it in, okay? Here we go. All right, look it. And that's how we get tie-dye rocks. You can use it, and the nail polish will kind of drip, so you can let it just kind of roll around. But you can do this over and over and over again, any colors, any patterns. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to do, but that's a really simple way you can decorate and get some fun patterns with your rocks with nail polish. The next one that I want to go ahead and show you, we have essentially some mandala rocks here, if you guys don't know that. This is just using paint to make little dots to make patterns. Of course, if you were painting a rock, you could just do pictures, but if you wanted to kind of have a little bit of that spirit of Colorado and explore using the dots, there's a couple different things you could use here. I have a Q-tip, I have that cotton swab on one end, and I don't have the cotton swab on the other. So I want to show you, if you have the cotton swab end right here, you can usually get a pretty big, decent circle there. And then, if you're using the yellow without the cotton swab, so it requires you to dip in a little bit more. I'm just using basic acrylic paint. Honestly, with this one, if you have tempera or something else, you can use other kinds of paint. I would recommend though acrylic just because it's a little bit more weatherproof. And look at that, you kind of get dots that way with the Q-tip no end. I just have a classic brush. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use the back end of my brush here. And just a reminder, you can get paint brushes at the dollar store. You can order them on Amazon and do or you can order them on Walmart and do curb pickup. So there's no pressure to have to break the bank or go out if you don't want to. If you want to pick up some paint brushes or paint, anything like that, there's ways to figure it out. So using the back of the brush, they're okay, but they're just also a really great tool if you don't have the Q-tips. And then using the paintbrush, I'm just going to go ahead and do some really petite, small dots here. So there's just lots of different ways to get the shape of the dots. And I just want to go ahead and show you that once you start getting fun, like you can have patterns where you have lines, things like that. This one's a little bit more meditational. I know I tend to like this one. Woo! Throwing rocks. I like this one a lot better because it just is able to help me relax. But, whatever you want to do. The next one I'm going to do, we're going to do an ombre shape. Let me show you right there. So I already pre-painted this to make this a little bit quicker. But I have just here this blue, like ombre, this rainbow pattern. I blended it. You don't have to blend it. You can just do stripes too. And I have here just a black Sharpie. Black marker, even like a Crayola black marker would work fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna draw out a shape on here. Let's see, I know, we'll do, let's do this. I'm gonna do this shape. Okay, so you kind of see what I'm gonna start to do. So now I'm gonna go ahead and color and cover the rest of the paint just to kind of speed up the process for you guys. I'm gonna use a thicker Sharpie. And now you can do this with black Sharpie or any other color Sharpie that you want, but the black is gonna look really nice and it's permanent marker, so it won't wash away as easily. A lot of these rocks, when I'm done with them, I personally like to go ahead and put a polyurethane or some sort of just top coat on them so they become waterproof. If you don't have anything like that, not a big deal. Mod Podge would work good too. Any kind of clear spray paint. And if you don't have any of that, you don't have to do it at all. Just keep in mind that trying to keep your rocks somewhere where the rain won't fall on them is best, like under a balcony or by the foot of your door. Just something where they can stay dry. That way they don't get washed off during the rain, especially because we get a lot of thunderstorms during the summer. And honestly, if they end up getting washed off and you have to repaint them, but that's something you want to do, then just do it. You know, do whatever you want. These are your rocks. All right, perfect. Make sure I'm brushing a little bit here, but we're gonna get it. A little bit of curves. Now these are river rocks, but you can paint them with any kind of rocks. Just try to find ones that have smoother surfaces. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do. I kind of just have this like little fun ombre feather, just from painting and then going ahead and drawing it on, or like what I did before, like for younger kids, maybe they like doing hearts. So these are also just fun little ways to get some, you know, it looks really unique and really fun, but it's no work at all for you. So that's another really great technique. So the next one I have here is tie-dye rock. So I have these color pencils here. Now I already went ahead and painted this white so the colors would be brighter, so just keep that in mind. I would recommend doing that. And I'm just gonna take these three colors here and I'm just gonna go ahead and start scribbling on my rock. I'm going for tie-dye here, so it doesn't really matter where I'm going or how they look. My colors are gonna cross over each other, that's okay. If you wanted to have some sort of actual pattern or some sort of shape or picture, you can do that too. Scribbling on this rock. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. A little bit more pink here. So that's what my rock looks like. Just scribbles, right? So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a Q-tip, cotton ball, tissue paper. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Your finger. Dip it in just water. So I'm going to go ahead and dip it in some water here. But I'm just going to go ahead and start rubbing. Just go ahead and get that tie-dye going. Sometimes you can switch a different end of the Q-tip. Just have fun. Now, because I have some darker colors in here, so my pink got lost. So honestly, I'm just going to come back, add more pink. No one says you can't come back and add more. The clean Q-tip, so it's paint all over me. Cool. So painting it white first is really going to help. These are just colored pencils. Anybody can do this. There you go. Little tie-dye rock. Color pencils and paint. But you don't absolutely need the paint if you don't want to, but I recommend it. All right, and our last technique, and this one's another one you can get supplies at the dollar store for. All you need is a pack of markers. I have a rock here. I went ahead and painted it white, but you can also just, the easiest way, get a marker, color whatever picture you want. Once again, I'm trying to do mandalas, floral designs, things to kind of, just add a little flair, but you could draw a kitty cat, you could draw a rainbow, whatever you wanted. So with this one, you want to have a heavier white rock. I have these 3 colors right here. I just chose 3 random ones. I'm going to go for the design look. So all you can do is just have your little ones or your teenagers or whoever else, just talk to them about playing around with patterns, ideas, pictures, whatever they want to do. And this is just also a really fun way. I find that this one is pretty popular with teenagers because it's a little bit more creative freedom, but it's just using a marker, so you don't need to have like a crazy amount of artistic skills or knowledge to be able to produce something really fun and really great. And I honestly think that rocks like this are really good for your mental health. There's a lot of just meticulous painting, design work, focus. It's almost kind of like meditation. And the best part is once it's all done, you get to display them. My family, we actually do this every year, and we use these rocks for our garden and our flower pots in our front yard. So it's kind of nice because then my daughter really likes it because then she can tell everybody and like show off what she painted and talk about what she did. And she's only 6 years old, but just to kind of see somebody have that pride in their home and the work they did at a young age, it's just a really fun way to explore that with your family, to kind of teach them that kind of pride. So I always think that stuff like this is really fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and just explore. There's no rhyme or reason to this design. I did not plan this ahead of time. I kind of wanted us to see where it took me. I'm going to go ahead and just do one. Why don't we do some dots around here? No rhyme, no reason, no right or wrong. So you can have just something simple like this. You can take your time and do something really elaborate like this. But they're fun and they're easy and anybody can do them. I know dads like this one too. So there we go. So we have our nail polish rocks, which you can do any color. We have our marker rocks. Using color pencils, you can make tie-dye rocks like this. Using paint and Q-tips, you can make mandala dot rocks just like this. And using paint and then using a black Sharpie, you can kind of create these like rainbow silhouette type rocks, which are also a lot of fun. And putting all these together, it looks like you just have this amazing collection, and it's something that everybody can do together. So that's it. I know that was kind of quick, but I think it's a lot of fun. I want to remind everybody to please check out our programming. We have so much going on next week. You can follow us here on Facebook. You can go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Or as always, you can check out this whole schedule at denvergov.org/recreation. And a friendly reminder, I've been seeing a lot of comments on my videos. If you're looking for anything fitness, please go to the website. They'll have everything there for you on Group Expo. So don't worry, we got you. Just go ahead and check out that website. So everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay creative.